Welcome to the One Step Wealthier podcast, where I help you to get a little bit better every day and to achieve your financial goals. Follow along with me, and every week we will talk about all things personal development and personal finance. Together, we can get one step wealthier. Good morning and welcome to yet another One Step Wealthier episode. And this morning I wanted to talk about one of the books I read a little bit over 1 year ago that really shifted my perspective about life and about investing and about how we invest our time, our money, and our energy. So that book, it is called Die with Zero, and the author is Bill Perkins. And at the beginning, I was like, oh, that title is a little bit weird, but okay, let's give it a read. And it really gave me so many thoughts about how I was living my life before and how I would like to live my life in the future. So when I first learned about investing and about compound interest, I was in my early 30s. And I thought, oh my God, I should have invested years ago. And if I would have invested years ago, I would now have so much money. And then I thought again, after reading this book, it actually changed because then I wasn't regretting about not investing earlier, and I'll tell you why. So the core message of this book isn't to die rich. It's actually to live a full life. And money has value when you use it for life experiences. Bill Perkins talks about this concept of memory dividends. That is that the experiences that you have, that probably you have purchased with money, pays dividends over the lifetime. So, as I said, in my 20s, I didn't know anything about investing, but now I'm glad I didn't because I worked a lot and the money that I was making, I was using it for traveling because I didn't know about ETFs, about the stock market, about anything like that. And I thought that was only for all the men who are in the Wall Street and for nobody else. So all the money that I was making, I was using it towards travel. So I visited over 70 countries. I visited every single continent apart from Antarctica, which I would like to go to one day. And also, I was not spending that much money while I was traveling. I was traveling really on a budget. I went to Southeast Asia. I was staying in hostels where you pay only $2 per night. And was I comfortable? No. I don't know. I was maybe too drunk to care, really. And the 20s was the perfect timing for that because now I wouldn't actually do that ever. But it was just the perfect time for me to have fun, for me to enjoy, for me to just learn about different cultures, just learn about different ways, meet different people. And all those experiences of going to so many different places gave me so many stories and so much self-awareness that this is still paying off. And I'm really, really happy I did that. So yes, instead of investing in stocks, instead of buying ETFs, I was buying $2 hostels, which was great at the time. And also the book Die with Zero made me rethink about retirement. So before I thought of retirement as a distant event in the future, after you worked your whole life and you paid all the taxes and everything, then you are allowed to take time off for the rest of your life from when you are 65 or maybe a little bit older until the day you die. But now I'm thinking of life as series of mini retirements. Even if I'm pursuing FIRE, I don't actually want to just retire one day. What I want to do, I want to incorporate those mini retirements in my life. Maybe they would last for 1.5 years or 1 year and would help me explore while I still have time, money, and energy. When we're old, we have a lot of money. We have all the time in the world because we are not working anymore, but we have no energy. Our health is deteriorating. At the moment, I have no time. I'm starting work in 1 hour and I'm rushing through this podcast a little bit, but I have the energy and I have some money. So my idea is to find the perfect balance between time, energy, and money. So I want to do trips that I would enjoy now that I have my health. That's why I'm really enjoying hiking at the moment in this stage of my life. And I want to do as many hiking trips as I possibly can because I might not be able to do them when I'm older. I think you can never find the perfect balance, but also you cannot see retirement as something very distant in the future because you might not have the energy to do that, or you might just don't want to do that. You might just want to stay at home the whole day and do nothing and just gossip with the neighbors when you're older. So that is why I want to take those mini retirements, because I want to take time off at different points in life to really live and not just wait for that distant time in the future. So now I'm in my 30s and I'm more focused on investing money. So I have more money in the future, but I'm also protecting my time and my energy. So I'm learning how to say no to things that don't serve me. I'm still in the process of learning that. I'm getting a little bit better with that, but I'm still learning that. And I want to protect my energy. I don't want to just hang out with people just for the sake of hanging out. I want to be intentional and I need to protect my energy. And I'm also an ambivert. So I recharge when I'm alone and I need a lot of time alone. However, I'm very extroverted in extroverted situations. So I am being intentional with that. So now I've got more money, of course, than the money I had in my 20s, but I also have less energy. If somebody would give me one of those drinks that they give you in the full moon parties and ask me to party all night, I would probably pass on that. But also now I have more energy than I'll have in my 60s, but I have no time. I really have no time, and I'm living in London and I'm the hamster that is trying to run on the wheel that is spinning faster and faster and faster and going nowhere. But I will get there and I will try to balance as much as I can the time, money and energy. So Die with Zero taught me that I shouldn't delay all my dreams, that there are phases of my life and I should be able to fit those experiences in different decades of my life. I made an Excel, of course, with different things that I would like to do in each decade of my life that would be more appropriate, taking into account the time available, the money and the energy that I will have in each decade. And finally, I would like to conclude this episode by saying that we don't get our 20s or 30s back. And the earlier you live those experiences, the return on that investment is higher. So do invest in experiences as much as you can because you will get those memories. And maybe in the future, you wouldn't want to live those experiences. Like you wouldn't want to backpack through Southeast Asia anymore or do skydiving or bungee jumping. Maybe you will, but maybe you won't. So live them as much as you can. Don't go into credit card debt just to live those experiences, obviously, but do not feel bad about not investing as much in stocks. Invest more in those experiences. So yes, I am very grateful that I backpacked before I learned about ETFs. And now I'm in the stage of building my wealth and protecting my time and energy. So I hope that my reflections have motivated you to start investing either in ETFs or in experiences. Remember, the best time to invest was yesterday and the second best is today. And please note that I do not know your situation and any guidance given here is not an individual financial advice. Please do your own research before making any financial decisions. You have just invested in your personal development by listening to this podcast. Thank you for being here and helping yourself to become one step wealthier. Don't forget to subscribe to access new content every week and to better yourself. Stay wealthy, and I hope that you have a wonderful day.